So, uh, all right, let's see. All right, looks like I'm joined with the homie. He's back on the show again. Mr. Already himself, Grady. He's with me right now. What's
What's
good?
up? What's
On
up?
the show, Grady is
Appreciate it.
a hip hop artist, originally from North Carolina. He used to live in Kentucky, being active on the hip hop scene there, and now he resides in North Dakota.
Yeah.
So and he's staying busy, musically. He released his latest project called Heavy. That is available exclusively on his Bandcamp page, which is at grady910.bandcamp.com. So I've been a fan of you pretty much for a very long time. You always
Appreciate
are one of the hip hop artist that definitely has substance towards your music, and it resonates. Um, and you really on the grind, man. You're doing your thing. Um, and also, before I get to the music side, man, I want to talk Already brand, which you be getting a lot of attention from, getting a lot of attention in that regard. And I finally bought my first Already merch. I bought the
I
hoodie,
appreciate it.
and I wore it numerous times now. I think the first time I wore it was at a hip hop concert in Cincinnati. So I said, man, that's the perfect opportunity to wear it, man. Is to bring that Already brand to Cincinnati, a city that holds near and dear to my heart. And I had a great time, man. So I'm glad that I can add some. I'm glad I can bring attention to the Already brand because it's
Man,
really
much
like
love.
that. So
Much
uh,
love, man. I appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely, man. So let's talk about this heavy record, man. It came out
All right.
in March, and like I pointed out, it's available exclusively on the Bandcamp. Talk about what was it like working on this project, and what made you name this project Heavy.
Oh man, it was a pretty cool project. The ideal of the project, it actually came from a bar in my past EP, Babies and Fools.
Yeah,
So when I came up with that bar, like, hey, this might be a dope concept for an album. So I hit up this graphic artist by the name of Queen Hornet, by the way, and asked him about a picture of a clown crying with a crowd behind him. And he made a picture, and then I built from it, built from the picture, and I built from a sermon that my father was preaching. And that was the whole build up to the album, to the EP. You know what I'm saying? So that's why at the beginning of it starts off, my dad preaching, and then I build on it from there. You know what I'm saying? And then I try to make it where it was cohesive to the point that everything went in tune, as far as the picture, the song titles, the whole topic about the album on the last song.
yeah. So I actually played that song to start off the show. Um, and it's a deep record right there. So it's very,
Appreciate
very
that.
deep, very deep. A lot of perspective in that track. Definitely set the tone for this 4 song record. And one thing that I admire about you is just how how thought provoking you are with your lyrics, and just really making people listen. You know what I'm saying? Just dig deep and really listen. This is for the hip hop heads right here. With
Yeah,
with the
I want it like that.
yeah. This is the dope record, man. With the heavy joint. Um, so it's available exclusively on your Bandcamp, Grady910.bandcamp.com. Go get that. And you can also check out some of his latest work as well. The Babies and Fools project and other old material. Um, so go check that out. Like, I've been a fan of Grady since he released Who the Fuck is Grady? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So so there's a picture on Facebook of myself holding a copy of the this first record. So yeah, you lived in Lexington at the time, so um, you've always been one of the real ones to me, as far as just an artist and as a person. So you always got my support 100%, and I'm happy that you're continuing to push it forward with this music and just enlighten folks. Because hip hop does need a balance, and you definitely bring that balance to the scene. Um, so appreciate you, bro. I also want to talk about the uninvited guest joint. Um, talk about going into work writing for the song. Tell us the story behind uninvited guests.
Okay, so with the concept of that song, I was conversating with one of my friends, and it was like we were somewhat preaching on the Bible, and I got into the thought of, like, how they say slaves and all of us, they treat us like we're uninvited guests. You know what I'm saying? Because they how they don't like us to a degree. So I built off that. Like, you bring slaves over here, and then you force them the Bible. So it's like you force to sip the wine. So how they say Jesus turned water into wine. So that's what built that concept off that one right there. Just going in from there on with it. And then when I started writing the lyrics, I was thinking more towards what we do to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I built off that one.
Mm, that's deep. That's real deep right there. And it's just something that there's still a struggle that's going on, especially for us people of color, having to go
Yeah,
through these obstacles. People want to say that a lot has changed since then, but obviously, as the cliche goes, there's still more work to be done. You know, the last thing we the last thing we can do is just settle. We have to keep fighting. We have to keep striving. We just have to keep bringing awareness that so much can be done, so much can be done, so much can be done better, per se. So,
yeah, and we got to learn how to work within each other.
yeah,
We don't support each other like we how we should. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like for you, like you, like a brother like you, I've seen you show nothing but pure support to the local scene, to the major scene, to wrestlers, to comedians. Like, bro, I salute you, and you deserve your flowers. You deserve that award, and you deserve it by 2 or 3 times by now. Because I've actually seen you really hit the ground and show so many people love. And from all the artists, man, we want to thank you, my brother.
I appreciate kind words. I appreciate you, man, because you definitely one of the artists that every time I run into, I've always have lengthy conversations with, just talking about not just music, but just talking life. Um, and I miss you a lot, man. I know you in North Dakota doing your thing, man. I hope life is well. I hope you healthy and everything. But man, I'll speak for I will speak for us in Lexington and Central Kentucky, man. I for a fact miss you, bro. Um, just
Man,
just
y'all
the
too, man, for
the
real, man.
chats and everything, just running into each other, just dapping and just enjoying music in general, man. So I'm heavy, no pun intended, with Grady and his music and what he's able to put out. So you definitely you went with a full song record in this regard. So um, looking at your discography up to this point, from Who the Fuck is Grady all the way to Heavy, how do you feel? How do you view yourself as an artist, as an MC? How do you feel you have evolved as an artist from your first record up until now?
Well, I think at the beginning, I wasn't comfortable with myself. I wasn't comfortable with my style per se, or even to even promote my music, or even to even rap it out loud. And that's what another thing, I have to thank Kentucky for that, teaching me how to rap without my music in the background. I always thank my homeboy Shaheed Washington for that, better known as Royal Illness. One time I performed and he pulled me to the side, bro, and just told me to, what I'm saying, rap with your record so we can hear you good. And I think I evolved musically because I got comfortable with myself. From then to now, I think it's pretty much almost the same subject matter, but it's more that I'm more comfortable with speaking on stuff as opposed as I was back then. I was trying to have all the bars and stuff, but now it's like I want to make sure the difference between then and now. Now, at first I was promoting me, but now I'm trying to push a message per se. Like it feels like I'm going more towards, even though I got explicit lyrics, more towards the gospel side. And then two, um, I forgot how long ago I dropped it, but it's been years. So now it's like the involvement, not only in the music, but an involvement as the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Man, you've been putting out some dope trap music over the course of the career, man. The BNTS, the Return Poet, you know, man, you just been going in over the course of your career, and just looking back. So your first record came out in December 2015. And now here we are in
Okay.
2023. So 8 years. As far as releasing music, man, you've been doing your thing, man. You've been doing your thing. So that's awesome, man. And you put on for Carolina, you put on for Kentucky, and now you put on for North Dakota, with this music um and the already brand. So I bought the hoodie because it was cold. Because around the time it was cold. Because I wanted to wear something fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I rocked with the hoodie. So now that we're eventually gonna get to these warmer times, I'm gonna go back to that same site and buy me an already shirt, man. Just for the
I
warmer.
appreciate that, my boy.
So I'm definitely will be rocking that for sure. You can check out Grady on Grady 910 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just Grady 910 across the board, and go check out the music on the platforms. And most notably, you can listen to all of Grady's music on his Bandcamp, grady910.bandcamp.com. That's grady910.bandcamp.com. And you can check out his latest Heavy, which is available only on his Bandcamp page. So check out Grady, man. If you're definitely into the substance per se, Go. This is for you. And by the way, Grady, of course, you know, you being the hip hop head that you are, hip hop is turning 50 years old this year.
Yes, sir.
In August the 11th. And I've been asking a lot of hip hop artists this year, and I'll ask you the same question. What's your thoughts? Well, this is actually a two-part question. What's your thoughts on hip hop turning 50 years old, and what does hip hop means to you as an artist and as a fan?
I say with it turning 50,
Yeah,
it's young. It's still evolving. We in the toddler stages. And what it means to me as a fan and as an artist, everything. Hip hop saved my life, bro. Hip hop is my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I write those songs and stuff, man, it's like I'm writing therapy, bro. That's my therapy sessions. I wouldn't even know where I'd be without hip hop, bro. Whether I blow up big or nobody ever hears of me, it's always something I love to do and something I always love.
happy 50th happy 50th anniversary to hip hop.
So
Um,
happy as
Happy 50 and many more years to come. Uh, I want to thank you, Grady, for being on the show. Thank you for your support and just thank you for the content that you put on display with your music. Um, Keep going, man. Keep doing your thing. And I look forward to hear what you have next musically. And thank you for your time. Thanks for being on the show again.
much love, my brother. I thank you, man. I appreciate you for taking the time to interview me, man. That means a lot to a brother.
Appreciate you, man. You enjoy your Tuesday evening. Enjoy the rest of your week.